Though it may look like I'm about to drop the hottest new single, nothing could be my farther from the truth. Today's the day. We're putting it back together. Okay, so we're about to go throw the bits back into this guy. I've actually already got the rear thrust washer. Goes at the very end, this little triangle shaped thing, round triangle, if that makes any sense. I've already got the rear band in there. We'll go ahead and throw some more ATF on it. We're just going to start by throwing the whole output assembly in on it and go from there. Okay, we're going to put this whole assembly in. It's very heavy and you can only grab it by this top inch. But I'm used to holding on to stuff by the top inch, so, well, the only inch. Anyway, so you can put it in there without the center support. First thing, make sure your center support bolt is not in there, because that'll cause you some pain. Don't let your center support bolt be in there. Make sure you line it up for that bolt hole to match up. And yeah, I don't have a good way to show you everything, so make sure you line it up with your bolt hole as close as you can. It can only go in there one way, and still line up everything. So basically we just grab it and start lowering them on in there. Make sure you have the thrust washer here. Make sure you have the thrust washer on there. Eek. Shit. First try. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It was quite interesting. So, here's what I did. I'm using the bucket method like I was earlier. Let me bring it down a little bit here, guys. Whoops. So, using the bucket method, here's what I did. I took this board and put it underneath the transmission case so that... I'm winded. So put this board underneath the transmission case so that the shaft could not go all the way through the hole in the flywheel or flex plate, and basically kept it raised up. And then I brought the case up to everything. We want to make sure that our reverse band, which goes through here, we want to make sure that it's not bound up or anything. So we should be able to spin this shaft in here, the top one, and it appears so. So we're good there. bolt holes lined up. Take a little bit to kind of finagle him in there, but we might not even want to tighten him up yet. I don't know if there's any kind of other movement we need to do, but yeah, that's what I did. I set it down in there as far as I could. I couldn't get it all the way in there. What most people do is they take these two hands, or these two fingers, and they put it between that, and they grab onto it like this, like, you know, and I couldn't do that. I'm too weak. So, like I said, held it as far as I could, put it in there, set it on the block, and then brought the case up to the everything, and I kind of lined it up. You could kind of wiggle it around. So that's what we needed. See if we can get this guy started a little bit. Okay, so next up is the intermediate clutch pack. I haven't really looked at these yet, so I don't know what the clearances are going to be. So we'll just put them in there and see what they are. This can only go in one way because there's notches everywhere and not here. Okay, so we got something like 30,000 clearance in that, somewhere around there. I'd say that's good enough. There's 4 frictions. It's close enough for the 10 thousandths for every friction. So, moving on. With that in there, we are going to go ahead and tighten up the center support bolt. We'll want to have something to hold the other side. He's too big. Phillips screwdriver works well. I've got a file, a round file. I'm going to just hold on to it. And we're going to tighten it down to 22 to 24 foot-pounds is my notes, but we will... Oh no, my battery's dying. Damn. 22 to 24 foot-pounds is what I have, so we'll just aim for 23. Already there. Sweet. Okay, we want to go ahead and just air check that everything's working with the center support. Right through the hollow bolt that you just tightened up. Throw some air in it. Make sure your clutch packs are tightening up. It appears so. Moving on. Got the intermediate band. There's some ATF on it. Get them put in here. Okay. And then next is going to be our direct drum. We will have to line up these clutches. I'll try to line them up with a screwdriver a little bit because, you know, where the sprag goes, the race for the sprag, it goes inside of those clutches. So try to line them up with a screwdriver first as best I can. Might have to do some finagling to get it in there. Seems pretty close. Okay, I think that's in all the way. I don't know for sure. We're going to throw some air at it again and see if it applies pressure. Okay, moving on with the forward drum then. Again, we want to try to line up these clutches as best we can. Bottom one's kind of heavy and hard to move. Just try to move them all to line up with that bottom one, and we'll just probably have to grab it and twist them in. Do some play there. Seems like we drop them all the way in there. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the pump. Okay, now the pump's in there. It's not torqued yet, but we're gonna go ahead and check the shaft plate here. There's a shitload of it. Okay. Need to find a way to reduce that. So pump's coming back out. I'm gonna fuck with shaft play and come back. Okay, I couldn't get my end play quite set, so I'm gonna have to get a new washer for the pump to relieve some of that. That's okay, we're not gonna be ready to drive it for a little bit anyway. I can put the pump on last and it'll be alright. So we'll go ahead and continue with this area down here. We'll get the valve body put on, get our accumulator stuff put on, or whatever this one is. And then that'll be pretty much it. We don't have to. I gotta put a drain plug in the oil pan and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, we'll be done assembling, at least done for the videos anyway. After we finish this stuff up right here. So let's finish this. So I guess we'll start with check balls and their locations. If you can see, I don't know if you can see, does the light help? The light is blinding. No, okay. So I have the check ball locations labeled. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I've got them labeled here so you can see, hopefully you can see it, don't know if you can. But we'll go ahead and throw the check balls in there. Okay, we're good. As you can see, I ran out of gloves. I've only got this one. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I about lost this little guy. There we go. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we got our gasket on here. We'll go ahead and throw our plate on after wipe it off a little bit. valve body gasket. And let's get our valve bottle bolts. Grab our valve body. Eek. Got him on wrong. Oh shoot. Forgot to put the shifter thing inside of this bit, so I can take it back off. There we go. Didn't have to take them all the way off. And I will likely not be tightening anything up until I pretty much have the vast majority of this put together. Just for the sake of, there's a chance I'll have to take literally everything off, so. Okay, let's go for our accumulator bit. I'm going to put this on just to have a place for it. So, we'll take that, push them down into here. Let's clean out the inside of him. There we go, much better. Grab a gasket for him. I should have put this on before I put that valve body on. There is a proper way to put this gasket on. Shite. I'm an idiot. This has to go on before the valve body. Taking it back up. This is why I didn't tighten anything down, because I knew I'd probably end up having to take stuff off. Careful with my gasket. Okay. So do have to push this down. Okay, and these bolts get torqued to 18 foot-pounds. I'm not going to yet. I'm going to run them in though, just relatively tightly. Okay, got him on. Time to go back on with the valve body. Okay, so there's that. Again, we'll come back, tighten everything up here in a little bit. Put stuff like this module in here. If I clean them up a little bit. Gotta put this in, and we got a couple things. So, to be honest, at this point, I think we're close enough that I can call it done. I'll finish up off camera. So, valve body bolts get torqued to 8.33 foot-pounds. Better to measure it at about 100 inch-pounds, I think is what it is. Likely just use the German torque spec, just get them good and tight. And then the pump bolts are 18 foot-pounds on the pump bolts, so whenever you're going to put those together. So, pretty much just going to be tightening everything up and finishing her off. So you can see we didn't put our governor tubes back in because we eliminated our governor altogether. We've got all our mods, we've got our check balls and everything in there. So at this point, just waiting to get the rest of the parts to get into the truck, and that's pretty much all we got to do. I'll finish buttoning this up and we'll go from there. So things should shift pretty good once we get it in there, and it's gonna be full manual. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. So. Alright guys, thanks for watching this series on the Turbo 400. I know it wasn't any kind of how-to, but it should have given you a little information and hopefully make you understand that it's not you know, the end of the world trying to tear into a transmission. Turbo 400s are very basic. They're very complex, but they're very basic at the same time. It's funny how that works. But, you know, it's not too bad tearing into it. It wasn't too difficult. Doing a couple mods, not too bad. So, you know, don't be scared, guys. Hop in there and do some work. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you disliked it. Leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Thanks.